Let's do some multiplication of surds. So I want you to remember this phrase. Numbers go with numbers, surds go with surds. It helps us so much when we're doing stuff like this. So numbers go with numbers. 3 times 6 is 18. Surds go with surds. Root 2 times root 3 is root 6. Basic multiplication. 4 times 3 is 12. Root 5 times root 2 is root 10. Numbers go with numbers, surds go with surds. Here, people get a little bit confused here, but there's no need to. 3 times, there's no number there, but it's effectively 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. Root 2 times root 2 is root 4, which we know is 2. So we'll do 3 times 2, which is 6. And then here, numbers go with numbers, so that's going to be 8. And there is no other surd to times this one by, so it just stays as root 7. Division of surds. Remember, again, numbers go with numbers, surds go with surds. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Root 10 divided by root 2 is root 5. So it's the same sum, 10 divided by 2, just in a square root. Now here we got 4 divided by 3. Don't be scared of fractions. 4 divided by 3 is some really awkward number, but it's actually just 4 over 3. Much easier way of writing it and 100% correct. Root 15 divided by root 5 is root 3. So there's no number in front of here, which means technically it's a 1. It's effectively 1 root 6. 1 divided by 2. Again, don't be afraid of fractions. 1 over 2 is literally 1 divided by 2. Root 6 divided by root 3. That's going to be a root 2 right there. Here, 2 divided by 2. Well, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. So we kind of don't need to write that. Then we got root 24 divided by root 3 is going to be root 8. And always be aware if we can simplify once again. So you will remember from one of my other videos, if you don't, go back and have a look at simplifying surds. Root 8 we're going to write as root 4 times root 2, which is 2 root 2. Adding and subtracting surds should be fairly straightforward. It's made even easier if you think of the surd like you would think of an x. So 3 root 2 plus 7 root 2. What would this be if it was 3x plus 7x? Well, that would just be 10x, right? Well, it's the exact same thing with surds. If these surds are the same, which in this case they are, then 3 root 2 plus 7 root 2 is just 10 root 2. Really, really simple. So let's have a look at this one. 4 root 3 plus 6 root 3 minus 3 root 3. So all of the surds are the same, so we can do this. We can combine them. 4 root 3 plus 6 root 3 is 10 root 3. Minus 3 root 3 is 7 root 3. Now, if we do end up with something like 4 root 5 plus 3 root 3, unfortunately, there is nothing we can do. If these surds are different, we cannot combine them. We could if we were timesing them, but when we're adding them, this is the equivalent of doing 4x plus 3y. Nothing happens there, so we just leave it as it is.